Good afternoon, Gills fans. Welcome back to another match day live with Gills and the Blood TV. Myself and Boz just about to get out of the car and head over to the ground. Gills versus Southend today. Team news is in. No surprises in terms of the 11. Yeah, we called it the 11, and it weren't hard though. In fairness, it's not like we're some sort of selection geniuses.
Change, isn't it, with Hanlon obviously out, list coming in.
So it's still big man, little man. It's still one that can play with his back to goal, and it's one that in Elliott List still running behind and work the channels a little bit. So perfectly happy with that team. Yep. Bench is
very young.
Hadler, Garmston, Ogilvie, Reese, Oldacre, Stevenson and Connor Wilkinson. So yeah, I think Bradley Garmston's the oldest substitute and he's only mid-20s. So but there's some good options on there. A few people were tweeting this morning that Liam Nash simply had to play now that he was back. I think it's just a case of the fact now that, for me at least, and other people might disagree, that's fine, but I don't know what you think, Boz, but for me, I think we're just at the point now where we might have to say he's not quite good enough to play for us.
I think it's a case of when rather than if he goes now. I think I just said to you off air, I think it was a risk worth taking. I just think sadly it's one that's not paid off.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of wages and fee, it was minimal, wasn't it? So it didn't really sort of break the bank, and individuals will have opinions on that, and our chairman. But so again, I totally agree with it. It wasn't a bad move at the time. If it had worked out, then brilliant. But it hasn't. But I think we've just got to stop saying, he deserves to play, because based on what? He's had a loan spell very low where he went to Leatherhead and done all right. He scored 5 in 8, I think. He only played 2 games for Dulwich Hamlet in what's Conference South, which is only 2 below Football League. So that's not just our management team, that's another club's management team.
It might be best for him to get out and maybe find his level and maybe try again.
And similar to like who we'll get onto in a sec quickly, because just go and play games like you said. Go and play football so you get a whole season under your belt.
Dropped out the league and now he's back.
Yeah, go and get a season under your belt, go and score 20 goals at whatever level, get your confidence back, and then you start going back upwards again. That would be my thinking, but obviously, like I've said,
hopefully this hasn't hit him too much, this experience.
I wouldn't have thought so. He's only 21, so we'll see. But I think he's done goals he got goals at Leatherhead, didn't he? So, but yeah, I think like you said, it's about finding his level. And quickly, just before we get out of the car, Finn O'Mara left light on a permanent last night. I was a bit surprised at that.
One who we've watched a few times now, and we've always said we thought he was decent enough. I
don't think he's ever let anyone down when we've seen him. And I spoke to him last year for the channel, and he came across, his head was screwed on the right way, and he was very excited about trying to break in and level-headed, and he knew where he was in the pecking order. But obviously,
good for him, because as we just said about Nash, he obviously wants to get out and get games. Good on him.
That's it. He's going to go and get a full season under his belt, and then he might, pick up and move somewhere back up again. So fair play to Finn. All the best to him.
Yeah, good luck to him.
But right now we're going to get out of the car because it's quite hot, and we're going to head over to the ground, and we'll bring you footage as and when.
Yes, it's been it. It's Arsenal. Most of them want.
A true legend of the game, a true professional footballer. Adam Barrett was our captain in 2012-2013, and his list of clubs goes from Lake Orient, Plymouth, Arsenal, Bristol Rovers, Southend, Crystal Palace, Lake Orient, Bournemouth, the Gills, and he played for the Giants and Junior and scored 3 goals. He was captain in 2012-13,
Parrot, no, in-swinging right foot. Just get it inside that far post. Wind to take it as well. Needs to be good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, it's just over it slightly, wasn't it? Just throw in far side. Who's taking the corner? Is that Parrot? The outswinger this time, here it comes. Oh, flat one. Didn't beat the front man, unfortunately. Don't let him out, don't let him out. They're one-on-one here, what's happening?
Get on!
Study your man, full up. Well done.
Comes another one. Get out there, get out there. That's brilliant from Barry Fuller. That's good last catch defending, but we should never have been in that position, should we? Poor corner, and something they were fully on soon, but still defended here. It's gone all the way across. Just need to see this out. Stand him up, Bernard, stand him up. Well done. And keep it. Another corner to Gills. Parrot again, in swing at this time. Needs to be better though. It's over it, this one. Wow. One bounce and throwing out on the far side, and still nil. No foul, that's good. Flexion, where's that gone? Keep it alive, keep it alive. That's got to be a foul, he's just jumped all over him. How have they managed to get away with two there?
I thought it was a penalty, it might have been a free kick, it was a foul regardless.
And then apparently there's a foul against Callum Riley, who's on the floor having the lumps kicked out of him, but still 0-0. Another corner to Gills, and I see Dean Parrott's been taken off this box because he keeps messing. That's a brilliant delivery. Keep it alive, keep it alive. Goes back danger area, goes danger area.
You went past it again. Yes, you did.
Trying to work it wide, but come on, there he goes. Fuller's in. That's decent.
There's a loop on one that's cleared.
Marfo's trying to retrieve him, done well. Probably everybody come back start again. Yeah, that's fine. Keep it over, don't mind that at all. But we're on top of it, it's more of the ball being played in their half, I think. Without creating anything clear cut. Tom East is spotting Michael Turner. Yeah, he's been really good so far. He's got a chance when he's banged that. Get in! Oh! Keeper's had to shovel it over for a corner. Come on, get one now, we love it. We've gone 28 minutes. Here it comes, that's decent as well. That's right under the crossbar, I don't think it's going to go. Kept it in. Suddenly got an overload far side. He's touching them down, it's reduced over here. Callum Riley's been the polar opposite Dean Parrott at the moment. Everything's been dangerous, but yeah, just starting to get on to 4 minutes till half time. We've got a free kick. This will be lovely time to score. It's going to be Callum Riley and Luke O'Neill steps away. Yeah, that's not bad. It was first man again. They look better than that to start with. It's a little bit disappointing. We've had no middle ground with our delivery so far. It's either been excellent or shocking. Ball's bouncing around on the halfway line, still 0-0 with a couple of minutes to play till half time. Oh, hang about, we'll stay with this Tom East. Taking his way through. Parrott out wide for Luke O'Neill. Luke's in here, I think. It's just going to do it, it's just run out of play. It was really unlucky. It sums up Dean Parrott a little bit, unfortunately, just over at the passing bit. Half time at the Priestfield here, 0-0, but it's not been a bad 0-0, is it?
No, I'd say bar 1 or 2. I don't think either keepers really had a great deal to do, but I think we're shaping it.
I've just tweeted and said in terms of stuff around the box, we've created probably the better bits without forcing their keeper in. I've got to say, like you just said, but yeah, we've been very good defensively, though, haven't we?
It goes really close to the Riley shot.
Oh yeah, the one that skinned the bar, yeah, we were right behind it, just playing it dipped, but it didn't, unfortunately, it went just over the top. But
the only real threat for them, I think, is coming down that right hand side.
Their wing back's got had a little bit of space a couple of times. I don't think Riley's not doing his job, I just think the fellas making bright runs, but he's always worked hard to get back in and help out Barry Fuller. In terms of the back four, they've been immense. Been really, really good.
It's one of them, like we said last week, quite simple. When people do their jobs, genuinely, you don't see too many goals.
That's it, yeah, we all are at the moment. We're all doing our tasks properly, so it's up to us now, I think, isn't it? Second half.
Yeah, we could do
Get
with
into dangerous areas.
we could do with Dean Parrott up in this game slightly.
His delivery from set pieces weren't the best, unfortunately, but he keeps wanting it and keeps trying to get on it, which is a good thing. So, yeah, I think if we're good enough, we can go on and win this second half.
Because as you said, they keep dragging us down, don't they?
8, 9, 10 fouls, and not once the referee's even got all his card. I think surely one of them must be for persistent foul, or is it 8 or 9 different ones? But yeah, and then they like throwing themselves to the floor at the other end, which is a little bit embarrassing, but I think it's been a fairly decent 0-0, and I think we've got enough about us to go on and win this if we do everything properly second half. So we can try and help them out and get suck it in, so yeah. But yeah, a thoroughly decent game, 0-0, half-time at Bristol. Early chance here, wants to make something happen. Dean Parrott, that's a bit better. It's just trying out for a goal kick again though, unfortunately. Seems to be the story of him and set plays. He was taking a deflection, wasn't it? 51 minutes gone by, so we're 1-0 down. Is it taking a deflection? Simon Cox has been credited with it. It's all around our box, and there seems to be plenty of bodies in the way, but somehow it's sneaked in the corner. Thomas Owen's gone mad at his defenders, but it's really frustrating. We've started like we said against Wimbledon, didn't we? When we just didn't get out of the block second half, and now we're chasing it already, which is annoying. Well, it's going to have to, but it shouldn't have to take a goal conceded. So
many players between the ball and the goal.
Yeah, I don't know how it got in, and then Coxie ran off celebrating, and suddenly we're 1-0 down with 51 minutes on the clock. Simon Cox has got another one, and it's really easy, isn't it, unfortunately. Is it that Yearwood that breaks through the middle, and Simon Cox has got Akers on the right side of the box and just slots it past Thomas Owen. We've conceded 2 in 3 minutes.
All that talk about saying how well we defend the first half.
And all that talk about good we were at Pompey means absolutely nothing there, because we're 2-0 at home again. Can't blame the pitch. And it'll be, if it stays like this, 4 points from 18 at home this season. So no improvement on last campaign, unfortunately.
The subs who are ready to come on have now sat back down.
Just changes it all immensely, doesn't it now? We've got loads to do, 54 minutes on the clock and 2 behind. This has to be good now though, doesn't it? There's no margin for error anymore. Dinked up. There's just no pace on it at all. All the way back to Luke O'Neill. All back in, Tommy's. Still on. Martin! It's a nearly one! Instead of going in the top corner, keep the same. It's the urgent, it's the most urgent. He's been that keeper. Another corner. Another corner the other side. Yeah, Bradley Darlington. Come on, this has to be good. This has to be good. It's front man again. Just going to run out for a throw in, or is Fuller going to keep it in? Fuller's kept it in and got all the way home.
I know where this is going.
He's just done well there. Go on, Connor Wilkinson.
It's got to be it, lads. It's got to be it.
It's unlucky. Oh! Bradley Stevenson keeps out to tip it around the boat. Finally some momentum, but is it too little too late? Another corner. 76 on the clock. If we can get one there, you never know. It's got to be good. Yes. Yes. Oh, how was that not gone in? It's gone all the way through the other side. It's been played out for another corner.
Come on, Joe! Max O'Neill is going to take the corner.
showing more urgency than most, doesn't he? What's it taking us to go 2-0 down to start again, though? Come on, mate. This has to be good.
Please. The whistle's gone, mate.
He ain't dead though, is he? He's not dead. More play acting, it's embarrassing. Oh, Luke O'Neill's having a go
Still
there.
not got him yet, have you? He's waiting for the next one to go down.
He's never getting it, was always on him. Tommy's at the far post, couldn't get it, just got underneath it, unfortunately, he had no control. Still 2-0 with 7 minutes plus injury time. Goalkeeper up to his tricks again. I've said a million times, if he just books the keeper ages ago, this stop's done it all the time, and now he moved it to the other side. If you just do your job, referee at lines, when this all stops, it's ridiculous and boring. Just back in the car, full time at the Medway Priestfield Stadium today, and it's finished sadly. Gillingham 0, Southend 2. We were awful second half. We can't dress it up and pretend otherwise, can we?
How much of a difference that 15 minutes makes?
It was people that we'd said, like we spoke at half time, didn't we, and said we were so good defensively, everyone knew their role, everyone was doing their job, and within 7 minutes we were 2-0 down.
There'd already been a couple of threats before, hadn't there?
Yeah, and both goals were really easy as well, weren't they, unfortunately? The first one,
we just never got going, did we, till the second half?
We said on air, didn't we? We said he thought it was like Wimbledon. We started the second half really, not Wimbledon, sorry, Coventry, and we got away with it, Elliott List at the end. But how many times have we said at home, under Edinburgh, under AD, now under Steve Lovell, we don't work the keeper enough, unfortunately.
No.
We'd never ever at one point looked like we was going to get back into it. It was all just, oh, here you go full-back, here you go centre-back. We've got no plan B.
As soon as it went to 2-0, didn't it, we resorted to
long diagonals to the big man,
yeah.
And we are just...
You can't expect Eves to pull out a worldie every week.
No, exactly. I mean, because that was the one-off last Saturday. He's not going to do that every Saturday. But people in the crowd behind me abusing Tom Eves, saying he don't work hard enough. Honestly, I'm not sure what game they're watching, because he runs his heart out. He keeps trying to make things happen. It don't always come off, but at least he's trying. And like you've said, unfortunately, that seems to be plan A now, and we're very easy to play against when we concede the first goal or go behind in games, because we immediately just go, let's play long ball, let's play direct. And again, they've got Michael Turner, who's a big lump, sees it come out of the sky and heads it clear all the time.
Did think it was, certainly the first one was a stonewaller on Conor Wilkinson.
Yes, yep, he gets there first. There's no touch from the keeper on the ball,
no,
and he just goes through the back of Conor Wilkinson, so it's a penalty. Up the other end, Barry Fuller's defending in his own box, clears the ball, and then someone goes through the back of him, puts hands on him. We get a free kick. So why is it different in it up the other end? The second one, I think, was a penalty as well. It wasn't a stonewall as the first.
I don't think it was a dead cert, but yeah.
To me, it looked like Conor got there first again and clipped the ball round the defender. Was it defender that time? Yeah. And it looks like he's gone through the back of him. So even if he's got the ball, he's had to go through the back of Conor Wilkinson to get to the ball. So
Wilkinson, in fairness, he was all right when he came on.
I was going to say the only bright spot second half really were the three substitutes, which was Conor Wilkinson.
Looked tidy, didn't he? He had a shot.
Yeah, he was unlucky.
He was going wide, but the keeper pushed it wide.
Yeah, it'd have been tight, I think, if the keeper hadn't got a hand on it. And Garmston was bright on the left. Yeah, there was one where we should have scored from. I think the keeper nearly died, didn't he? Bless him. Had to have about 3 hours treatment, but
frustrating day, certainly.
Especially after last week.
It makes last week a bit pointless now.
Well, yeah, because it's back to 0, isn't it? It's 0-2 and 0-2. So
if it had been the other way round, we'd have probably.
You'd have gone, all right, fair enough, yeah. So, but it's now 4 points from 18 at home again, and suddenly it's exactly the same as last season. Good pitch, bad pitch, bobbly pitch, flat pitch, green pitch, pink pitch, doesn't matter. We're not winning enough football matches at Priestfield, are we? And all the time we keep doing that, we're having to rely on the away form to keep us above that dreaded line. So we've got very little chance of moving up the table, unfortunately, based on that second half. All we can do is wait till next week. Doncaster away. I'm not sure how they've got on today. They were winning at half time, I think, on the back of 2 defeats prior to that. But all in all, I think like Boz has just summed it up pretty well with that one word: frustrating. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, keep doing all the usual, and until next time, up the Gills.